Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. First, I want to start off by thanking everybody who commented and wished me well on my health. It has been a rough week. I'm getting tired of this diverticulitis stuff. But I am on the mend, and I thank you for all your well wishes and for your nice comments and everything. So I really do appreciate it. Okay, so today we're going to continue on. This is going to be the last little segment of what we can do with Happiness and Crafting with Gi Kerr, our Mini Embellishments kit number 1. That's what we were using, and I was trying to come up with different ideas of things that I could do with those little things. So the one thing that I came up with, as you might recall, is these. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the frame. These paper clips that I did. We did buttons, all kinds of buttons. These, some of them are upside down, but we did, oh, I was practicing with something else there. But we did all these buttons. This is actually not from that kit, but it is her paper. So we did buttons. With that, we did the snippet roll over here with the clusters on it. So we have, this was the one we did last time. And we have all of these on here so far, which is how far I've gotten. So those were the 3. Then I said this week we were going to make this. Now I had just made another one and my phone shut off. My camera, you know, I'm high tech. So I am going to have at it again. And then the other thing that we did, which I also did on camera, but we lost, was these embellishment hanging tag things. I'm going to do this one. So we're going to work on that. So all this was, and I'll explain this when I get to it. But for right now, let's get this thing going. We'll do this. I'll clog my glue here. And we're going to glue this down. And like I said, all I did with this was just scraps, little strips that are left over of your cardstock from when you're cutting things out, like, you know, when you've back tags or something like that. And you just have these little strips. I mean, you can always make belly bands out of them, but this is something else that you can do with them. So I'm just going to smear this with glue. I'll clean that up in a minute. Okay, get this all smeared up with glue. We'll get this one done and out of the way. That's what I like about this mat. It just rolls right off. Okay, we're going to put this down. I'm trying to make sure I've got it pretty well centered. So we're going to do that. I've got some of this this darker cheesecloth here. I think I want to put something else down first, though. What else would I want to put down? How about I'm in my snippet bucket. No, I think I'm going to use that with that, though. Ooh, maybe that with that. Okay. I'm getting all kinds of stuff here that, you know, getting all excited about. Oh, here we go. How about a piece of that? And or a piece of this. Okay, I think we'll share. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to share. So we're going to share this way. We're going to cut that one. And we're going to cut a piece of this. And we're going to cut a piece of this. Stick that in there. I have more of this. Hang on one second. Oh, I'm reaching. Here we go. All right. So yeah, so I am feeling better. Actually, I think I'm going to take this little neat end. Feeling a lot better than I did at the beginning of the week. For those of you who know what diverticulitis is, it's very painful and not a happy thing. So I am on antibiotics. I did start actually sort of eating a little bit yesterday, and I ate a little bit more today, which is good. Some slightly more solid foods. I think I'm just going to go up here with this bit. Actually, I think I'll go at it at a different angle. Yeah, so I'm feeling a lot better. So I've got to get to be a better girl. I have to be a good girl. I have to, I'm gonna do this the opposite way. I have to really start eating much better, and I have to exercise. I am awful at both. I just eat what's most convenient, and I don't eat healthy the way I should most of the time. I know that, and I'm a bad girl. So wish me luck as I try to, I think I'm going to put this out here. Try to do better with that. Where is my, okay, we're just going to kind of leave that in a nice little mush. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Leave it here. I'm going to pull this out a little bit though, because I've got that fold, and then I'm going to mush it. So anyway, I am on my way with that, I hope. I've been good so far. Let's hope I can continue to be good. All right, so put down a piece of fabric, a couple different pieces of lace. This is how it looks here, folded in the middle, and I am using, which I have not inked, some mushrooms on this one. So let's get this inked. I did retire my old blue sponge. I had this little fella sitting in my drawer, so I took him out. He's my last one, and it's already starting to peel. I do like them. They just make a mess. Okay, so do I want this one on this side? Do I want that one on that side? Yeah, you know, I think I like that better. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to put this in. I can see my inky fingers all over everything. All right, so that one goes on here. I'll just tip him just a little bit. I think I was working too close to me there for a second. And I do apologize because my hands are just covered with glue because I was working prior to this, and I want to keep checking up here to make sure that my phone is still going. It has been giving me so much trouble. I honestly think I delete, and then it says, oh no, you have no more room. And it's like, that's not possible. It's just actually not possible. I think it's just their way of trying to get me to get a new phone, and it's not going to happen. So, okay. So you have now seen one of these little snippet tabs go together. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a little hole with my crocodile. Oh, you know what? I can't quite see because I've got something in there. Out you go. Out. Thank you. Okay. Because I want to be able to make sure that I'm where I need to be. And it's okay if you go over the picture a little bit. That's all right. So let's put that off to the side here for a second. I'm going to take, I have this red bead that I have here. Isn't this awful with this glue? I'm going to take a bulb pin. In a minute, I'll clean up my hands for you. This one happened to come off of, I don't know, jewelry or something. So I have it already with this little, you know, that way. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to open this jump ring. I'm going to put that through the hole. Like I said, these were kind of soft, so they're kind of easy for me to do. And then put the bulb pin onto the ring. And that little puppy is done. So if you have a paper like this, you have a tab with a little dangle. One side of the paper, the other side of the paper, okay? This one side of the paper, the other side of the paper, and then the one that we had done, well, that I had done and said that I was going to show you how to do. So this side of the paper, they just hang off. You can hang off as much or as little as you want. And that side. And all you do is just glue it and stick it on just like any other tab. So that's what these were. So these little tab dangles, like that. Okay, so we're going to take this and put it to the side. And now I'm going to show you what I did with this one. I'm going to use this one. So I think here I'm going to just, don't want it too thick, and it's not going to go that way. So, all right, so we're going to do this, and I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not worried about it being neat or even or anything like that. I'm going to pull out a whole bunch of this side if I can to kind of even it up with the other side. just to make it, one, it'll go through the hole easier because it's a small hole, and two, it just makes it look a little neater. So let's see if I can get this through this little hole right here. It doesn't matter which side I go through. This paper, this particular tag cardstock was not very, very thick, so I want to be careful with that. Oops, pulled it too far. Okay, so we're good just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna come over here and find a bag full of buttons, and I am going to choose a few buttons. Let's see what I have here. Ooh, this is kind of pretty. If I can get my fingers on it. You know what? Let's just dump some out. Of course, I get all the gigantic ones, right? Okay, let's see. Let's see what I would like. I'm thinking... that's okay. It's pink on the back, but that's okay. That one's pretty. And how about this little lacy one? I like that. Okay, good. These are just going to get shoved to the back, my friends. And I am going to find my needle and thread. And you get to watch me sew buttons. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. And we'll just put this on. I'm not sure which way it goes. I don't think it really matters. So anyway, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We'll sew the buttons on really quick, and then I'm going to explain to you how I did these tiles. When I did these guys, this is just cardboard. You know, it's just, I didn't do anything to them. When I did the paper clips, as I'm dropping things here, when I did the paper clips, this was diamond glaze. And diamond glaze is something that you have to wait for overnight to dry. But I did something different on these tiles. So when I'm done with this, I will show you what that is. So I'm going to come through here one more time. And if I can find the hole, my goodness, this is never usually a problem for me. Anybody who sews, right? It's never a problem to find where the hole is. Okay, just to stabilize this, I'm going to just, oh, obviously I had a knot in there somewhere. I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to pull up to the next one, which I think I decided was this one. This is almost like stone. I like this one. Well, I like all of them, actually. All right, so I'll do another one. I'm hoping I'm not going to run out of thread. So I'm going to bring that back over a little bit. I'm letting it get away, but it's okay. I am going to run out of thread. This is too short. So I'm going to have to go grab another string of thread. You may be hearing my husband talking. Again, he's upstairs above me, and he's talking to one of his sisters on the phone. And it just depends, I think, sometimes where he is in the house. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that. And let me go get some more. It just depends on where he is in the house, if you can hear him or not. So, I'm going to grab a little more thread. Okay, got that. And now I'm going to thread my needle. Needle is threaded. If you're wondering where I'm getting my thread from, it's on the spool that's on my sewing machine. So I'm just pulling it out, you know, through the needle on my sewing machine. All right, I did that one. Okay, so now we're going to put this one. Do I want the pink? No, I don't think I do. Okay, so we're going to do this one, and I want to try to bring this back in and kind of, let me fold it back over a little bit. Okay, this one's got four holes, so I think we'll do a crisscross on this one. What do you think? So we'll do that. So anyway, our plans then, We will be heading down to New Jersey, my husband and I, this Friday coming. I'm going to do my best to try to get a video up for Wednesday or somewhere around there midweek, and then maybe another one for Saturday. I'll be gone through next Friday, so I don't know if I can get that far. That would mean I would need to do a total of 4 videos before I leave, and I'm just not sure if I'll be able to manage all of that. So, yeah. So, we'll just have to see. But I keep getting all these little other threads from things just sticking in here. Come here. Here we go. Okay, that's good. And we're going to knot this off. I think actually what I want to do is I want to fold this over up here. Just get it folded down, and then I'm just going to kind of stitch this down at the back. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of tacking it down as soon as I can figure out which one of these threads didn't pull. There it is. Okay. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to put a bulb pin in here so that you have a way to dangle this from a tassel or, you know, almost anything, I guess. Of course, I can't think of anything else beside a tassel, but something, you know, that you would put on the spine of your book to hang off, or, you know, even something else just to sew it to a cluster that it might hang down, or something on your cover or something like that. You know, it's just one of those little embellishments that you can kind of put almost anywhere. Okay, time to stick him back in my little porcupine up here. And let me find another bulb pin, and we'll get that. Now, I mixed all my real buttons in with my homemade buttons. So, so anyway, so there you have that. I'm just going to put it in this way. Try to go in not from the very edges, like that. And there you have that. So let me find, I'll put it on this. Okay, can you see that? Is it all in there? So that is what you have with this one. So I did this one. This one's a little more rustic. I used a little sari silk and some other buttons on that. I'm trying to, there we go. Oh. When one shines, the other one doesn't, right? Okay. There. Okay? That's better. Try to bring them up just a little closer so you can see what that is. I'm in my shadow again. I actually got a new lamp, so I may be able to kind of offset the shadow a little bit. But okay. So I'm just going to push this back, and I'm going to try to find something that I can put down so you can see a little bit better what we're looking at. Let's get some of this paper. This is just some, I'll think of it, avocado dye paper. Okay, and this is what we're looking at. This is what we made. We made this little guy, and this little guy, and this little guy. These are the tabs. These were the paper clips that we did. Okay. Put a few of these over here. I don't know if this is any better or not, to tell you the truth. We made some buttons. Pull some of the buttons out. So there's buttons here. I didn't get holes in all of them, so I'm trying to get ones that have holes in them already. Okay, and what else? What else did I bury? Oh, here we go. These guys. All right. These look too much the same, so let's kind of push these over. We'll push these up. These little tabs that we did. What else did I do? Oh, yeah, the snippet guy, right? So we did the snippet roll as well. So these are all the things, I think, that we made out of the pretty much out of the, I'm still looking for other buttons, I'm looking for the ones that I had all glossied up, but I can't find them. Okay. I really did mix them all together. There's my little pair that I had glossied up. Okay, so what I had done with the paper clips with these buttons is I used the diamond glaze. And the diamond glaze has to sit overnight, or at least for maybe about 6 or 8 hours. I'm going to try to pull this down so it doesn't... There. See a little bit clearer, I think. So that it'll set. Okay, on these I did nothing. This is just the paper. I didn't do any coating on these at all. I just glued it to the card. Okay, on these I used embossing powder. I used clear embossing powder on these. I'm going to try to get it. There we go. So let me see if you can see the difference. Okay, that is the diamond glaze, and that is the embossing powder. Okay, with the embossing powder, what's nice about that is this one is done in seconds. So what you do is you have this. Let me grab my pad here. You have a pad like this, and they also come in pens, so you can, if you want to do something small, you can use this just like a stamp pad, okay, and then stamp it on your paper, and it's glue. Okay, it's like a glue. I don't know what kind of glue, but it's like a glue. And so what I did was I turned these little tiles over onto that, smushed them in there, and then you take your embossing powder, which is here. In this case, I had clear. It looks white like sugar. And you sprinkle it all over it nice and thick. I used my little tweezers, those nice little pointy tweezers, to pick them up and shake them off. You put the excess powder back in the jar. You shake it off, and then you put it on something that's, you know, heat resistant. Use your heat gun, and in about 15 seconds, you've got that. They're hot, so let them sit for just a few minutes. And, you know, don't try to, you know, stick your fingers in them right away. But for a minute or two, they'll cool off, and then they're fine. So they go together really, really quickly if you need something in a pinch. These doing something with the diamond glaze, you would want to kind of plan that out in advance because you need several hours for that to set. So I believe that is it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things. The cluster snippet roll, buttons, paper clips, cluster tabs, and then these tag dangle things that we did with the Happiness in Crafting with Gi Kerr's Mini Embellishment Kit number 1. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed all of this. I hope it gives you some inspiration and gets your creative juices flowing. And in the meantime, guys, I will see you soon. Stay safe, God bless, and take care. And hopefully I'll be back with other videos before I actually get to come home. So from being in New Jersey. So be good, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.